and welcome to Israel Today. This is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel. Let's see. We had Passover about a month ago, and in less than a month, we will be celebrating the actual holiday of Pentecost, or Shavuot as we call it in Hebrew. I think, but I don't know for certain, that the average person realizes that there are 50 days between the two holidays, and this is the 33rd day into it. Sometimes I take things for granted, so I have to be careful. So what does all this mean, or does anyone really care? Well, yes, as a matter of fact, because we're in the time known as counting of the Omer. What is an Omer? Well, during the 7 weeks from Passover to Shavuot, Jewish people would do what is called the counting of the Omer. It was used for helping them to determine when it was exactly 50 days after Passover. An Omer is a measure of grain which was brought into the temple on the second day of Passover as an offering. Then it was to be counted for 7 weeks. On the 50th day, they would bring in the offering of the first fruit into the temple. They would use the grain as a way of measuring the 7 weeks until Shavuot. For them, it was a joyous time because they were looking forward to what was up and coming. Think of this in the same manner as a child does before their birthday. You know, they're counting down the days. Based on the counting of this Omer or grain, we know that Jesus was with the disciples for 40 days, and what transpired during that time? Well, day 1 of the Omer, Jesus was seen by Mary Magdalene and some of the other disciples, John 20, 1 through 20. In day 8 of the Omer, Jesus appeared to Thomas and the disciples, John 20, 26. Day 40 of the Omer, Jesus appeared to the disciples during these 40 days and then ascended into heaven, Acts 1, 1 through 9. Then 10 days after he ascended into heaven, it was day 50 of the Omer, and the Holy Spirit fell on 120 people as tongues of fire in the upper room, Acts 2, 1 through 4. Approximately 100 years after Jesus' crucifixion, and according to Jewish tradition, one of the great sages, Rabbi Akiva, and 24,000 of his students all died of a terrible plague during the time of the Omer. Since then, the Omer is not celebrated anymore on this day, but observed more as a time of mourning rather than a time of happiness and celebration. Today's program airs on the same day of the Omer when they supposedly died. This religious holiday is known as Lag BaOmer and translates to the 33rd day of the Omer. Bonfires all over Israel are lit to symbolize the impact of a famous rabbi whose teachings may be found in the Zohar, or the Jewish Book of Mysticism, or Jewish New Age, as I like to say. Either way, I jokingly call this day Pyromaniac Day. Pray that Jesus reveal himself as the one true light of the world to everyone on this day as they light their bonfires. Pray that they see the errors of their way and meet him as their true Messiah. If you want to get in touch with us or get on our mailing list, visit branchofisrael.com. That's branchofisrael.com. Again, this is Rabbi Roger coming to you from Israel, and thank you so much for listening. Lehitraot, goodbye, or see you again.